Welcome back to Bloom. Do you make friends easily? Maybe you're a little on the reserve side. Well, knowing your personality type is helpful for personal growth. Combine that with counseling and you can really see tremendous changes in your life by helping you get past those stubborn patterns that hold you back. Joining us now from McNulty Counseling and Wellness is Bjorn Nagel. Welcome back to Bloom, Bjorn. I've been so looking forward to this because you actually had me take a personality test that is widely respected, and I found that to be so fascinating.
Yep.
And the results were really interesting because this is what you specialize in, taking the knowledge from these tests, applying it to somebody's life, and help them through counseling. So talk to me how it works.
Right. So, with counseling, sometimes it takes time to get to know somebody, so this helps kind of cut down the time by isolating their personality type. And then we kind of match it to patterns that they're working with in their life currently. So like you tested high for type 2, and there's 9 types in the Enneagram system. And then we would look at like what issues are you wrestling with right now in your life, and then see if we can find patterns going back even to childhood. So
yeah, because you say a lot of the types that so there were, you rank in the numbers. Like I ranked highest in 2, but it was kind of tied with the 6.
Right.
But you say we get our personality types from our parents or our environment.
Not from our parents, no.
Right. Okay.
But we do, we're very influenced by our parents. So if our parent was a type 6, we would score high on type 6.
Okay.
But you could be a type 2.
Right.
And
so what was your insight after seeing my test results? Because as soon as I got them, I emailed them straight over to Bjorn.
Right. I mean, so it was close between the 2 and the 6, but 2 came out ahead, and these types are very different. So we would break down how they're very different. So I was telling you, 2s kind of lean towards people. They're called the helper, and 2s also, they want love. And they want to be loved for who they are alone, but that's something we have to grow into. And in that process, we sometimes will overdo it with helping others.
Yeah.
So, and that can cost us in the way of health sometimes. So.
Yeah, in the way of health, that has happened to me in the past, and I do think too that over helping or over encroaching, like say even with my daughters, it could lead to just too much, needing to maybe separate a little bit in life. So you take this knowledge, somebody comes to you in counseling, and then what are the next steps?
Right. So like in your case, if you were a 2 and you're just you're over helping people, it would be, well, we need to work on you setting boundaries, being a little more selfish, which again, this comes up all the time in counseling, people who, obviously some people are highly selfish and that's not good, but then there's other types that aren't, and they need to look out for themselves more. They need to take more time for self-care and setting boundaries, saying no to people, which it's not always easy. And unfortunately, we're not taught any of this stuff in school. We're taught to be good worker bees. We're not taught how to, work with these mental emotional aspects of ourself to the degree that we need it.
And you're able to help people get out of these patterns that they're stuck in just by understanding their personality types.
It really helps us to see, what we normally don't see. So when you see, like I was saying last time, it's like we'll get snippets, but when we see our personality type, it's like you see the whole picture, and it's like, aha. It's like, okay. And now when you see that bigger picture, you're less at the mercy of it, and you have the opportunity to, break the pattern.
So what are some of the unique challenges that you help people with by combining this tool of the testing and your knowledge of therapy?
Challenges would be sometimes people, they don't know themselves that well, or they're not honest when they're taking the test. I shouldn't say honest, but if you don't know yourself well, you might have trouble taking the test. So when it comes to that, sometimes there's a disconnect between the scores and what we're seeing coming up in their lives. But oftentimes we weed through it, and once we get a lock in and then we see what's going on in their life, that's where we can see some really profound change quickly.
Well, I
So-
think it's really forward thinking that you do this. It seems like it would be so helpful. I mean, as soon as I took the test, I'm like, probably should call if you want to get on his calendar. Because,
Yeah, that's fine.
It's really,
Yeah, anytime.
It's very, very helpful stuff. And I really appreciate you sharing that with us on Bloom today.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
And for more information, you can go to mcnultycounseling.com. And to take the personality test, you can go to the EnneagramInstitute.com. Make sure it's EnneagramInstitute.com because there's some other ones out there. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.